Okay, it's 5:45 a.m. and I'm here in KLIA 2 heading to catch my super early morning flight to Cebu. Yeah, so I'm making a 3-city stop in Sarawak to today I'll be in Sibu, then in the evening I'll be headed to Kuching, and then tomorrow I'll be flying over to Miri. So yeah, it's a very short work-related trip to service a client. And wow, at 4:45, look at this. This is the crowd here in KLIA 2. So many people flying, huh? Alright, so according to the board, my gate is open. Now, let's see whether have I packed light enough so that I don't have to top up additional luggage. So I got past the security checkpoint. Now I'm on the travelator, and well, it's been a while since I don't think I've flown domestic from KLIA 2 before, but wow, where is this headed to? This is like a tunnel that is heading to nowhere. Okay, so learn a new Bahasa word today. Look at this. What we know as bagiling is what? Laluan bugi. Oh my god, where are we walking to? It's like everybody's just walking. Okay, we are just following the signs to Gates K, but seriously, where is this headed to? It's like, I think of all the many airports I went through, right, I've not seen before an airport whereby you walk, and there is literally nothing. Okay, so I'm at the departure gate. Was last call. Alright, because I was sitting at the side doing a bit of work, and now literally am the last passenger walking to the plane. Okay, lesson learned. KLIA 2 are really nothing to do once you cross the security checkpoint. So yeah, if you come KLIA 2, you want to makan or drinks or whatever, right, get done before you go past security, and then only once you're inside, it's just wait. Okay, so the queue going into the plane doesn't seem long. Okay, so I just arrived here in Sibu Airport. Not a very busy airport, but pleasant, and actually interesting experience. Some of you may not know that for us Peninsular people coming to Sarawak, we actually have to go through immigration. And if you come to Sarawak, right, if for us Peninsular people coming to Sarawak, right, we can actually either come in using our IC or our passport. So usually I brought my IC, but this time around I decided to bring my passport. And quite interestingly, check this out. Okay, I've got this little stamp here. This stamp here says, okay, I entered Sarawak on 4th of February 2026, and I must leave the state within 90 days. So as part of the MA63 agreement, those of us from Peninsular Malaysia, we do have certain travel restrictions coming to Sarawak. We are actually not allowed to, if you want to come here and work, right, like find jobs for example, or do business for example, we actually need to apply permits. And if we, let's say like, even if somebody from Peninsular Malaysia marrying a Sarawakian, also it will take you years before you get a Sarawak PR. So it's all part of the MA63 agreement designed to protect the interests of Sarawak people. And I always like to joke with my friends from Sarawak. You know, I have a liking. Okay, every time when I come to Sarawak, this place makes me happy. It gives me a very happy feeling every time I come to Sarawak. But I always joke with my friends from Sarawak, right? You know, it's easier for me to migrate to Australia than it is if I want to migrate to Sarawak. Yeah. So anyways, it's 8:45 now. I got to reach my my client's place at 10. But let me just show you this. So I'm renting this Proton Saga for a day, right? So let's hit the road. Okay, so I found this rental car company, okay, by the name of Crispy Transport Services. Found them on Facebook and Google. Checked a few sources, saw that they were legit. Made the whole booking online via WhatsApp. So yeah, so they've got this important, right, warning against speeding, or they will deduct my deposit. All right, so include these warnings as well, so kind of the dashboard kind of feel a bit like a taxi lah. Right, but look at this. Oh wow, okay, rate us. Okay, we'll get 5% rebate. You say what nah? I rebate if I review really the flood, don't give me the rebate, I will condemn them again. No smoking. All right, so yeah, this is the Saga BLM that was launched in 2008. This is obviously a first batch car, and this was the highest premium spec model. All right, so you've got single din radio, 4-speed automatic, good old 4-speed automatic transmission. I actually chose this car because it is the BLM and not the FLX. So yeah, and oh yeah, this car had a single airbag. This car has single airbag. Even the top spec model had single airbag. All right. Oh, they call this the M line. Okay, this was the highest spec of the Saga BLM at the time. They call it the M line, and this is nice fabric seats also. Okay, so yeah, time to hit the road. I didn't bring my phone holder today because I wanted to really travel. Like, this is the only suitcase that I brought, so I will catch up with you guys once I reach my destination. Okay, so right now I'm at the heart of Sibu town, and well, Sibu town is about 20 kilometers away from the airport, so it's not exactly near. All right, so it took me about half an hour to reach here from the airport. Smooth traffic, and I have to say this Saga, I'm very satisfied with this car, because for a rental car, all right, now the odometer here says 150,000 kilometers, right? For a rental car, it feels well maintained. Okay, the engine is still very perky. Okay, suspension, there are no squeaks lah or rattles lah or whatnot, and this is especially amazing given the fact that some of the roads that I drove on just now, all right, it's there were some stretches of potholes. Actually, overall the road condition is quite good, right? But there are some imperfections along the way. So I would say that this operator of this rental car really has takes good care of their vehicles. And yeah, I mean, if you are here in Sibu, or they're also based in Kuching, so later this evening I'll be flying to Kuching and I'll be renting from the same guys. They are called Crispy Shop Transport. All right, yeah, I highly recommend them. Right, the experience so far has been positive. This Saga here is costing me 100 ringgit a day. Okay, today I'm renting another one when I reach Kuching for 24 hours, so that's 100, 200. So why I did not just take a taxi? Well, because I did the estimation, right? The distance covered between the airport to here, to where I'm supposed to be, right, it's going to cost me about 40-50 ringgit. Okay, and I am at sort of like the mercy of someone else. Whereas this one, the rental process, the booking process was easy enough that that I felt that there's no hassle at all. Okay, and when I arrived at the airport, there was a car waiting for me. I can drive straight to where I want to go, get my affairs sorted. If got time, maybe can even go jalan, find some food, and then, you know, when I'm done at the end of the day, just head straight to the airport and fly off. Okay, so this seems to be, well, the heart of Sibu town. I just done a bit of client work. Got an hour or so to lepak around before I need to head off to the airport. So this is my rental car. This is a first batch Saga BLM that despite its worn appearance, okay, actually the paint still looks in good condition. And well, suspension feels well maintained. The engine feels, lively and well. So overall, I would say it's a well-kept car, right? So kudos to the car rental car company for this. I'll be returning this car at Sibu Airport, catching a flight to Kuching, and then from Kuching, I'll be meeting actually the same operator to collect another rental car from him to drive around there. So right now, this here, of course, is the Sungai Rejang. This is the longest river across all of Malaysia, right? So I'm just I decided to just take this few minutes to just come here and marvel on the view. I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed here, but there's no entry sign, so I don't feel I'm breaking any rules. All right. But wow, look at this. So here's the Rejang River in all its glory. Look at this beautiful view, a beautiful sight, right? We don't have any rivers nearly as big as this in Peninsular Malaysia, right? I think Sungai Pahang is nowhere near as big as this. Yeah, so this is a magnificent sight. So here I am. This is Burung APURC Wharf of Cebu, right? So what a sight, man, right? And that building over there is Kingwood Hotel. So I was thinking of staying there if I had to overnight here, but a change of plans, I didn't. So apparently that's the best hotel here in Cebu lah. That's what I heard, right? So I'm just going to take a few minutes here to show you around. Okay, it's just a very nice, a very calming place. I think I've said this earlier, and I'll say it, and it bears saying again. East Malaysia is a place that every time when I come here, it just gives me very, very good vibes. Just love being here in East Malaysia. Well, too bad this trip is very short. I would have loved to bring my family here to enjoy this with me. But yeah, I'm not going to linger around here. Got a flight to Kuching to catch, and guess I'll just hit the road now. Alright, so back here at Cebu Airport. It's 3:15 p.m. and I've just returned the car to the contact person. Now I'm headed towards the departure hall to catch my next flight to Kuching. Now there's been a delay, unfortunately, so I've got a bit of free time here at the airport, maybe to grab coffee, get some work sorted, edit some videos, whilst waiting for my flight. So let's get inside. So here I am inside the departure hall of Cebu Airport. So got some cafes here, some convenience store. It's small, it's quiet, but it's nice and it's clean. I like it. So as always, my usual practice, I like to go in past the gate early and lepak on the other side of security. So it's 5:45, and according to schedule, I'm actually supposed to be in Kuching by now. But due to flight delays, we are now only boarding the flight in Sibu. So normally, the way if I travel alone, the boarding queue, I will just stand here and wait until the last passenger is through. Then only I will slowly walk in. Right, so just before the last call. So yeah, I'm not very patient for waiting lah. Right. So here we have it. This is the departure lounge here in the Cebu Airport. A small airport, but it's a nice and clean airport. All right. Of course, if you want to come here, sit down, makan lepak, that Centurion Cafe is the only available option. That's where I spent the last, I think, 2 or 3 hours. Got some serious work done. So then you can see here there's some shops here. Okay, but overall there's nothing much to do here. All right, so yeah, here we have it. This is the departure lounge. Now it's just waiting for my turn to board. Okay lah, that is the plane that will be taking me from here Sibu to Kuching. So I just tracked the journey of this plane just now, right? It flew from KL to Kuching and Kuching on to here, Sibu, and now it's going to reverse journey back to back to Kuching, and then probably onwards back to KL. So this plane is these Asia Airbuses, they clock a lot of miles, man. Right. Yeah. So actually, as we wait to board, right, as you can see the queue of people waiting to board, right, people are still disembarking from the plane. Walao, the way they the margins of timing which they operate on are damn kingy. It's like the plane land, you know, people get out. I'm not sure if maybe they are refueling the plane, maybe they are not, right? So they just really keep the staying time here to an absolute minimum. Flyer, right? Everybody get lost, last passenger out, and then immediately everybody here goes in and plane takes off and onto onto Kuching, back to Kuching. So this is how AirAsia, they run really a lean operation. This is seatbelt. Fasten your gentleman strap into the buckle and tighten the belt by pulling on the buckle strap. To unfasten, towards you. Place the mask over your nose and mouth with the headband tightly around your head and put it in your nose. Place your own mask. Okay, so I just safely landed at Kuching Airport, and this is, I think, the shortest flight I've ever taken. This flight is so short that the plane never climbed high enough for me to be able to not count all the houses and trees. Means that basically, right, the plane is low enough that you can make out every individual tree or house on the ground. Right, you can see all the individual cars on the road. Okay, and the funniest thing is there were some passengers who booked, you know, pre-booked meals for AirAsia, right? Right. By the time the stewardess serve all the meals to the crew, right, before they even sempat to makan, they said, "Oh, cabin crew, prepare for landing." So yeah, so that the flight is that short. Yeah, and here in Kuching. So this is the walkway of Kuching Airport. It looks like a long walk to the arrival hall, man. Wow, look at this. This is the Mewa part of Kuching Airport. So you see here, right? When you arrive here in the airport, okay, this hall is for people who are arriving from out of Sarawak. So basically, if you're flying, whether you're flying in from international or Semenanjung, Malaysia or Sabah, you have to go through immigration checkpoint, right? If you are flown in here from anywhere within Sarawak, then come through this arrival hall B. Okay, so in this case, I landed from Sibu, so now I take arrival hall B. But normally, if I would have flown in straight from KL, I would have to walk through arrival hall A. Okay, so out here in the arrival hall, where all the cars are here, much busier airport than Miri Airport just now. Okay, and now I'm going to walk towards my rental car over there. Okay, so this morning at Miri, I drove a Saga BLM. Now I'm handed the keys to this Saga FLX. Right, so let's see what's inside. Okay, let's see if this condition matches up with the other one. The car has been repainted before lah, so the paint coat looks fresh. Smells good. Yo, look at that. Okay, I can't see, right? This one got touchscreen way. Okay. Right, so here, this one, 156,000 kilometers on the odometer. This is the FLX, so it has the CVT and not the 4-speed auto, which I actually prefer. But yeah, so now I'm gonna head for dinner first. Okay, so I'm just checked into my hotel. I'm spending the night here at Raya Hotel and Convention Center. Conveniently, it's just across the airport. So after arriving at Kuching and collecting my rental car, I went to meet one of my buddies from high school, sat down and had dinner. Right, caught up on old times, and after that, I came to check into the hotel, got some work done, took some calls, and now I've got a bit of time. I'm going to show you the room before I go to sleep. So this is the Raya hotel room. Not bad. Okay, two single rooms here, two single beds here. This is the view from outside my window. So that's the swimming pool down there, and the swimming pool, look at that up there. So they've got this structure here to shade the swimming pool. Wow, I bet it's going to be cold swimming in there, man. And look at this area. It looks like an interesting foyer area. All right, now here's the room. Okay, so this is where I set up my work desk, and two beds here, got a sofa, TV. Very, very well appointed room. Okay, here's the drinks counter. Got tea, got water bottle here and all that. Here's the wardrobe, and here's the bathroom. So check, rain shower, absolute essential for me. And so over here is the toilet. All right, and yeah, I would say considering that I've been up since 3 a.m. I left home at 3 a.m. headed straight to KLIA, and then to board the flight at 6:30. Now it's almost midnight. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up posting this video up, and I'm gonna hit the sack.